rosy lips and cheeks, within his bending sickle's compass come. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but bears it out even to the edge of doom. If this be error, and upon me proved, I never writ, nor no man ever moved.
Our story takes place in ancient Athens, where Theseus, the Duke of Athens, and Hippolyta, the Queen of the Amazons, are making plans for their wedding. Unexpectedly, an Athenian citizen named Aegeus enters with his daughter Hermia. He complains that she will not marry Demetrius, the man whom Aegeus himself has chosen for her. Instead, Hermia wants to marry Lysander. The Duke informs Hermia that she must obey her father's wishes and marry Demetrius. The love triangle gets more complicated by the addition of Hermia's friend, Helena, who is in love with Demetrius, but is rejected by him.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon, but oh methinks, how slow this old moon wanes.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time.
Go, Philostrate. Stir up the Athenian youths to merriment. The pale companion is not for our pomp. Now, fair Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my soul, doing thee injuries, but I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with revelry.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Good thanks, Aegeus. What is the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I with a complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius, and my noble lord. This man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander, and my gracious Duke. This man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, with cunning haste, thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience which is due to me, too stubborn harshness. And my gracious Duke, she will not hear before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius.
What say you, fair maid? And be advised, to you your father's will is to be as God. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthy.
I would my father look with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I beseech your grace that I may know what may befall me if, in this case, I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or forever abjure the society of man. So, question your desires, fair maid. For earthlier happy is the rose distilled than that which on the withering thorn grows, lives, and dies in a single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I yield my virgin patent up unto his lordship.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander. Yield thy grace title upon my certain right.
You have our father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander, true he hath my love, and what is mine my love shall render. And she is mine, and all my right I do state to Demetrius.
I am my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his, which is more than all these boasts can be. I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should I not then prosecute my right? Demetrius made love to Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, devoutly dotes in idolatry, upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I have heard so very much, but come, Demetrius, and come look how you arm yourself to match your desires to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up to death or vow of single life. So, come, my Hippolyta, Demetrius, and Aegeus, I have a matter that I must confer with you. So, come.
With duties I will follow you.
Ay me, the course of true love never did run smooth, but either it was different in blood,
Spike, too high to be enthroned too low.
or else misgraft in all respective years.
The count to choose love by another's eye.
Hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote, 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, will I marry you. And to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. Thou lovest me then, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena, there will I stay for thee.
My Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow in that place which thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena, whither away? Call you me fair? Did fair again unsay? Demetrius loves your fair. Teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart. I frown upon him, yet he loves me still. So that your frowns can teach my smiles such skill. I give him curses, and he gives me love. Oh, that my prayers could such affection move. The more I hate, the more he follows me. The more I love, the more he hateth me. His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine. None but your beauty would that fault remind. Take comfort, sweet. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself shall flee from this place.
Tomorrow night, through Athens' gates, have we devised to steal.
And in the wood where often you and I on faint primrose beds wont to lie, there my Lysander and myself shall meet. And thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companions. Farewell, sweet Playfellow. Pray thou for us, and grant good luck to thee, thy Demetrius.
Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens, I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. Love looks not with the eye, but with the mind. And herein is winged Cupid painted blind. And when this harmsome heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will tell him of fair Hermia's flight, and into the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her.
Herein mean I to enrich my vein.
Herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
A group of simple workers meet to practice a play for the Duke's wedding. Peter Quince, a carpenter by trade, directs the play and assigns everyone their parts.
Is all our company here? He were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here is the scroll, with every man's name, which is thought fit through all Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on their wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on. Then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
All right, answer as I call you. Nick Bottom, the weaver.
Ready, name what part I am for, and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes.
In the woods near Athens, there lives a kingdom of fairies. Puck, a mischievous spirit, tells us that the fairy king, Oberon, is angry with his queen, Titania, because she has taken a servant boy that he wanted for himself. He plans to punish her by using a magic flower to make her fall in love with something very strange. He also decides to help Helena by using the juice of the same flower to make Demetrius fall in love with her.
How now, spirits? Whither wander you?
I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's spirit, and I serve the fairy queen to doom her orbs upon the green. I must go seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thou lobe of spirits, I'll be gone. Our queen and all our elves come here anon.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed, the queen, come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing fell and wrath, because that she as her attendant hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling, and jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of his train, to trace the forests wild. But she, perforce, withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen. But they do square that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape and maiden quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are you not he?
Thou speak'st aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile, when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal. The wisest aunt, telling the saddest tale, sometime for 3-foot stool mistaketh me, then slip I from her bum, down topples she, and Taylor cries and falls into a cough, and then the whole choir hold their hips and laugh, and waxen in their mirth and knees and swear, a merrier hour was never wasted there. But room, fairy, here comes Oberon.
And you're my mistress. I would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What, jealous Oberon? Fairy, skip hence, I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton. Am I not thy lord? Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg of thee, a little changeling boy, to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairy land buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night full often hath she gossiped by my side. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die, and for her sake, dear rear of her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance until after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. There is a way we shall chide down right if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove, till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest, since once, I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath, that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, Cupid, all armed, a certain aim he took, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. Yet, marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, the juice of which, on sleeping eyelids laid, will make or man or woman madly dote on the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and meet me here again, ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle around about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this flower, I'll drop the liquor. I'll watch Titania while she is asleep and drop the liquor of it in her eye. The next thing she waking looks upon, be it lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Jewel to me, Lysander, and fair Hermia are still unto these words. Hence get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, and yet you draw not iron. For my heart is true as steel. Lay down your power to draw, and I will have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or do I not in plainest truth tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And for that, do I love you all the more? Use me but as your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you.
Tempt not too much to the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on thee.
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
Wilt thou darkling leave me? Do not so.
I will not stay thy questions. I alone will go. Do not believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the woods.
Aye, you do me mischief. In the temple, the towns, the fields, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius, your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We should not fight for love as men may do. We were made to be wooed and not to woo. I'll follow thee and make a heaven of hell to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme glows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows, quite over-canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk rose, and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania sometime of the night, and with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes, and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and look thou through this robe. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garment he hath on, affected with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And be thou back again, ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
The fairy queen Titania falls asleep, and her husband Oberon squeezes the love potion into her eyes as part of his plot to get revenge for the stolen servant boy. Puck tries to obey Oberon with his love potion, but accidentally squeezes the magical juice into the eyes of Lysander instead of Demetrius.
Come now, a roundel and a fairy song, sing me now asleep.
what thou seest, when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Be it ounce or cat or bear, pard or boar with bristled hair. When thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
We'll rest us here, Hermia, if you think it good.
Yes, good Lysander. Find you out to bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet still, do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. I mean that my heart shall unto yours be knit, so that we can but one heart make of it. Then by your side, no bedroom me deny, for by lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Gentle friend, with love and courtesy, lie further off yet still in human modesty.
Amen, amen, to that fair prayer say I. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force in stirring loom. Night and silence, who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said, despised the Athenian maid. And here the maiden, sleeping sound, on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack of love, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon thine eyes I throw all the powers charmed our foes. When thou wakest, let love forbid sleep his seat on thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay, thou'lt kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Wilt thou darkly leave me? Do not so.
Stand thy peril. I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath from this fond chase. The more my prayers, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia where'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. But who is here? Lysander? On the ground? Dead? Or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And run through fire will I, for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature reveals art, and through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Say not though. Although he love you, Hermia, she still loves you. Be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes I have with her spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. Who would not change a raven for a dove?
Helena says, wherefore was I to this keen mockery?
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? I will go. Perforce, I must confess. I thought you lord of much more true gentleness.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and mayest thou never again come Lysander near. And all my powers, address your love and might to honor Helen and to be her knight.
Help me, Lysander, help me! Do thy best to pluck this serpent from my breast. Methought a serpent sat aiding my heart away, while you sat smiling at his cruel play. Lysander? What? Removed? Lysander? Lord? What?
immediately.
The workers have arrived in the woods to practice their play, but they don't notice Titania sleeping near them. Puck thinks it would be fun to change Nick Bottom into a donkey, so that Titania will fall in love with something so ridiculous.
Are we all met?
Pat, and here's a marvelous, excellent place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, that break our tiring house, and we will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter quits.
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies can never abide. How answer you that?
Firelakin a parlous fear. I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, that Pyramus is not killed indeed, and that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Then we will have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No, make it 2 more. Make it 8 and 8.
Won't the ladies be afeard of the lion? I fear it. I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves. To bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing, for there is no more fearful wildfowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he must say something with the effect of ladies, or fair ladies. I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. For if you think that I come hither as a lion, and were pity of my life, I am no such thing. I am a man, as other men are. And there he must plainly name his name and tell them that he is Snug the Joiner.
Then it shall be so. But there are 2 hard things. That is, first, to bring moonlight into a chamber. For, as you know, Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine that night we play our play?
A calendar! A calendar! Look in the almanac! Find out moonshine! Find out moonshine!
Yes, it doth shine that night.
Why then, we may leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine into the casement.
Aye, or else one must come in and say that he comes to present the person of moonshine. Then there is another thing, that is, to bring a wall into the great chamber. For, as the story says, Pyramus and Thisbe do talk through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and he must have some plaster, or some loam, or some rough cast about him, to present wall. And he must hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin, and when you have spoke your speech, enter into that break. Show everyone according to his cue.
What hemping homespuns have we swaggering here? So near the cradle of the fairy queen. What? A play toward? I'll be an auditor. An actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savors sweet.
Odors.
Odors, savors sweet. So hath thy breath, thy dearest Thisbe. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here, and by I will to thee appear.
a stranger Pyramus that hath laid here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, Mary, must you. For you must understand that he goes to examine a noise that he heard, and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, as truest horse, that yet would never tire. Oh, meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninus tomb, man. Why, you must not speak that yet. You speak all your part at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter. Your cue is past. It is never tired.
Oh, as truest horse, that yet would never tire.
If I rule thee fair, Thisbe, I rule thee thine.
Oh, monstrous, oh, strange. Pray, masters, fly, masters, help.
I'll follow you, I'll lead you about around. Through bog, through brush, through brake, through briar. Sometime a horse I'll be, sometime a hound. A hog, a headless bear, sometime a fire. And neigh and bark and grunt and roar and burn. Like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire, at every turn.
Why do they run away? This is a knavery of them to make me afeard.
O bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? An ass head of your own, do you?
Bless thee, bottom, bless thee. Thou art translated.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not let them fright me. Do what they can. I will not move from this place. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing that they shall hear that I am not afraid. The hazelcock so black of hue, with orange tawny bell, the throstle is not so true, the red with little quill.
The angel wakes me from my flowery bed.
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo gray, whose no full many a man doth bark, and dares not answer nay.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape. And thy fair virtues force perforce doth move me on the first view, to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, that you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays.
Thou art as wise, thou art beautiful.
Not so neither. And yet, if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I'd have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate, and I do love thee. Therefore go with me, and I will give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I shall purge thy mortal bruises, so thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peas blossom, cobweb, moth, and mustard seed.
Ready. And I.
And I.
And I. Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricocks and dewberries, purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humble bees, and pluck the wings from painted butterflies to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal. Hail.
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 I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
Good master Cobweb, I shall desire your more acquaintance. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, honest gentleman?
Peace blossom.
I pray you, commend me to Mr. Squash your mother, and to Master Peascod your father. And I shall desire your more acquaintance too. Your name, honest gentleman, I beseech you, sir.
Mustard seed.
Good master Mustard Seed, I know your patience well. I promise you your kindred had made my eyes water ere now. I shall desire your more acquaintance, good master mustard seed.
Come now, tie up my love's tongue, lead him silently, take him to my bower.
Oberon is upstandingly putting the love potion in Lysander's eyes instead of Demetrius's. So he tries to correct the error. It works, but it causes both men to pursue Helena and reject Hermia.
I wonder if Titania be awaked. Then, what it was that next came in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. Welcome, wanderer. How now, mad spirit? What night rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress, with a monster is in love, near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals that work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his seat and entered in a break, when I did him at this advantage take. An ass's gnawn I fixed upon his head, anon his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes, when they him spy, as wild geese that the creeping fowler eye, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky. So, at his sight, away his fellows fly, and at our stamp here o'er and o'er one falls, he murder cries and help from Athens calls. Their sense thus weak, lost with their fears thus strong, make senseless things begin to do them wrong. For briars and thorns at their apparel snatch, some sleeves, some hats from yielders all things catch. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there, when, in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenians' eyes with the love juice, as I did bid thee do?
I took them sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, that, when he waked, of force she must be eyed.
Stand by. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? My breath is so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I've tried, for I should use thee worse, but thou hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain the stander in his sleep, would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? It cannot be, but thou hast murdered him.
So should the murdered look, pierced through the heart, with your stern cruelty.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Oh, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him to me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hound.
Hast thou killed him in his sleep? Oh, brave touch!
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead, for aught that I can tell.
Then pray tell me that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
Pleasure to see me no more. And from thou hated presence part I so, whether he be dead or no.
There is no use following her in this fierce vein. Here therefore I shall rest, for sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, and bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love sight. Of thy misprision must perforce ensue. Some true love turned, and not a false turned true.
Then, fate or rules that one man holding troth, a million fail, confounding oath on oath.
About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. By some illusion see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear. Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink in apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we therefore pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand close, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then we'll two, at once we won. That must needs be sport alone. And those things do best please me, that befall preposterously.
Oh, why should you think that I would woo in scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep.
You do advance your cunning more and more. But what of Hermia? Will you give her ore?
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
No, none in my mind. Now you give her ore.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helena, goddess, nymph, perfect divine, those lips, those kissing cherries, tempting brow.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see what all is said against me for your merriment. You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia. And with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love I yield you up my part.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. Look where thy love comes. Yonder is thy dear.
Lysander, why unkindly dost thou leave me so?
Why should he stay, whom love doth press to go?
But love could press Lysander from my side.
Lysander's love, which would not let him bide. Fair Helena.
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. I perceive all three have fashioned this false sport in spite of me. Injures Hermia, most ungrateful maid.
I'm amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Did you not set Lysander, as in scorn, to praise mine eyes and face? And send your other love, Demetrius, to call me goddess, nymph, perfect, divine, rare, precious, celestial?
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persever, counterfeit sad looks make mounts upon me when I turn my back.
Stay, gentle Helena. Hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul. Fair Helena.
Oh, excellent!
Sweet, do not scorn her, sir.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee, by my life I do.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come!
Lysander, where to tends all this?
Hang off, thou cats, thou burr! Vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
What, shall I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What greater harm can you do than hate? Hate me, wherefore too? Since night you loved me, since night you left me. Why then you left me? Oh, the gods forbid! In earnest shall I say?
I, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. 'Tis no jest that I do hate thee and love Helena.
You juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love! Why have you stolen my heart, my love's heart away from him?
Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? By you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet! Why too? Ah, that's the way that goes the game. Now I see she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged your height, and with her tall personage, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem because I'm so low and dwarfish? How low am I? Thou painted maypole, speak! How low am I? I am not yet so low that my nails can reach into thine eye.
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. You may perhaps think that since she is something lower than myself, that I can match her.
Lower, hark again!
Gentle Hermia, I evermore did love you, Hermia. To Athens I will bear my folly back and follow you no further. See how simple and fond I am?
Be not afraid, gentle Helena. She shall not harm you. No, she shall not. Though you take a part.
And when she's angry, she's keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she did but little, she is fierce.
A little? A little again! Nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
Let you gone, you dwarf! Witness of hindering not grass made. Now follow, if you dare, Demetrius, to try whose right, of thine or mine, is most in Helena.
Follow, nay, I'll go with thee. Cheek by jowl.
You mistress! All this coil is of your lung. Nay, go not back. I will not trust you. I will stain your cursed company.
Your hands and mine may be quicker for the fray. My legs are longer to run away.
I'm amazed. I don't know what to say.
Oberon chides Puck for his mistake, worrying that the lovers may actually kill each other. So he orders Puck to lead them apart until he can fix what he did.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else commits thy knaveries willfully?
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did you not tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garment he had on?
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hie, therefore, Robin, and lead these testy rivals so astray as one come not within another's way. Like to Lysander sometime frame thy tongue, and stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong. And sometime rail thou like Demetrius. Look thou, lead them thus, till o'er their brows doth counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eye. When they next wake, all this derision shall seem a dream. Whiles I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy. And then I will her charmed eye release from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy lord, this must be done with haste, for night's swift shadows cut the clouds full fast.
Haste, make no delay. We may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down, I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now!
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Lysander! Thou coward! Thou runaway! Dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes
yet still bears me on. When I go to where he comes, he's gone. That fallen am I, in dark uneven way, and here will rest me. O gentle day, if thou but once show me thy grey light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this spite.
Ho! Coward, why comest thou not?
Thou shiftest before me, hiding every place, and darest not stand, nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Thou mockest me. Now faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed, and by day's approach, look, to be visited.
O night, O long and tedious night, abate thine hour. Shine comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight. And sleep, that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye, steal me away from mine own company.
Yet but 3. Come, one more. 2 of both kinds makes up 4. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Ever so weary, ever so woe, dappled with the dew and torn with briars. Can crawl no further can I go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I sleep till break of day. Heaven's shieldless saddler, take me in a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye. And the country proverb known that every man should take his own, in your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man will have his mare again, and all shall be well.
After Oberon has had enough fun with Titania, he removes the spell on her. In the end, with Puck's help, everyone ends up with the right person.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, where I thy ample cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready.
Scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Ready.
Monsieur Cobweb, good Monsieur, get you your weapons in hand, and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on the top of a thistle, and, good Monsieur, bring me the honey bag. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready. Monsieur Well.
Nothing but to help cavalry Cobweb to scratch. Methinks I am marvelous hairy about the face. I must to the barber's, for if my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
Wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tongs and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat?
Truly, a peck of provender. I could munch your good oats. But let none of your people stir me, for I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be in all ways away. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity. When I had, at my pleasure, taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience, I then did ask of her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and now I have the boy, and I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. And, gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexations of a dream. But first, I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou wast wont to be, see as thou wast wont to see. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
Oh! How mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off this head. Titania, call music and strike more dead. Than common sleep of all these 5 the sense.
Music, oh, music such as charmeth sleep.
Now when thou wakest, with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Sound music! Now, come, my sweet queen, let us rock the ground whereon these sleepers be.
While hunting in the mountains, Theseus, Hippolyta, and Aegeus find the Athenian youths sleeping in the woods.
We will fare thee up to the mountain's top and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once when, in a wood of Crete, we bayed the bear with hounds of Sparta. I never heard so musical a discord, such sweet thunder.
My hounds are bred out of the Spartan kind, and never a hallow more tunable was hallowed to, but soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep, and this Lysander, and that Demetrius, and this Helena. I wonder if they ever been here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, but speak, Aegeus, is this not the day that Hermia is to give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go, bid the huntsmen to wake them with their horns. Good morrow, gentle friends. St. Valentine is past. But these woodbirds but to couple now?
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all, stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How come this gentle concord in the world?
I shall reply amazedly, my lord, half sleep, half waking. But as yet I cannot truly say how I came here. But as I think, for truly what I say, and now I do bethink me, I came here with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might, without the peril of the Athenian law,
Enough, enough, my lord. You have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away, they would. Demetrius, thereby, you and me, you have defeated me. You of your wife, and me of my consent. Of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, and I, in fury, hither followed them, and in turn, fair Helen following me. And I woke not by what power, but my love for Hermia melted as the snow, and all the pleasure of mine eye is only in Helen.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met, and of this discourse we more will hear anon. But, Aegeus, I will overbear your will, that with these couples in the temple by and by shall eternally be knit. We must away to Athens, 3 and 3, and hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem small and indistinguishable.
Methinks I see these things with parted eyes, and everything seems so double.
So methinks. I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that we had sleep. We dreamed. It seems to me that the Duke did bid us follow him.
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
He did bid us follow to the temple.
Why then, we are awake. And on the way, let us recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me and I will answer. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hey ho. Peter Queds, Flute the bellows vendor, Snap the tinker, Starveling. God's my life, stolen hence and left me asleep. I have had a most rare vision. Methought I was, but no man can tell what. Methought I had, but man is a patched fool if he is to offer what methought I had. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream, and it shall be called Bottom's Dream, for it hath no bottom, and I will sing it in the latter end of a play before the Duke.
Bottom, now returned to his human form, is reunited with his fellow players. Together, they head to the wedding for their big performance.
Have you sent to Bottom's house yet? Is he come home?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt, he is transported.
If he come not, the play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. There's not another man in all Athens can discharge Pyramus but he.
No, he has simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Yea, and the best person too. He is a very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. A paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Masters, the Duke is coming from the temple with 2 or 3 lords and ladies. More merry, if our sport would have gone to us, we would have all been made men.
Oh, sweet bully Bottom.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
Bottom! O most courageous hour, O most happy day!
Masters, I am to discourse wonders, but not a word of me, for if I tell you, I am no true Athenian. I will tell you everything right as it fell out.
Let us hear, sweet Bottom.
Not a word of me, for all that I have to tell you is that the Duke hath died. Get your apparel together! Good strings to your beards, good ribbons to your cuffs. Will every man look o'er his part and be presently at the palace, for the short and the long is our play is preferred. No more words! Away! Go away!
At the wedding celebration, the amateur acting troupe finally gets to perform their play.
'Tis strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
And here come the lovers.
full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends. What masks, what dances shall we, to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Is there no play? Call Phyllis straight.
Here, mighty Theseus!
What abridgments have you for this evening? How shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delight?
Make choice of which your highness will see first.
With the battle of the centaurs to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp, will none of that, but the thrice 3 muses to be peace. The morning, the death of learning, late in beggary, will none of that, but some satire, keen and critical, not suiting of a nuptial ceremony. The tedious and brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. A very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical, tedious and brief.
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play, there is not 1 word apt, 1 player fitted, and tragical, my noble lord, it is, for Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which, when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, did make mine eyes water, but more merry tears the passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men who work in Athens here.
We'll hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it over, and it is nothing in the world.
I will hear that play, for nothing can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. So go, bring them in, and have your places, ladies.
I love not to see wretchedness, or charged in duty to his service perishing.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
So please your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with goodwill. That is, if we offend, it is with goodwill that we come not to offend, but with goodwill. To show our simple skill, that is the true beginning of our end. All for your delight, we are not here. The actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe is certain. This man, with lime and rough cast, doth present Wall, that vile wall which did these lovers sunder. This man, with lantern, dog, and bush of thorn, presenteth Moonshine. And this grisly beast, which lie in height by name, the lovely Thisbe, who, coming first by night, did first scare away, or rather did affright. Now, Pyramus, coming along, did see the lovely Thisbe's mantle which fell, and, seeing it, which lion vile with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, to find this lovely lady Thisbe's mantle slain. Whereat with blade, with bloody, blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast. And Thisbe, tarrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain at large discourse, while here they do remain.
In the same interlude, it doth befall that I, one, snout by name, present Wall, and such a wall as I'd have you think. that had in it a cranny hole or chink through which lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did whisper, often, very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, this stone doth show I am the same wall. The truth is so. In this the cranny is, right and sinister, through which fearful lovers are to whisper.
Do you desire more lime or hair to talk better?
It is the wittiest partition that I ever heard, my lord.
What? Ah, Pyramus draws near. The wall. Silence.
O night with hue so black, O night that ever art when day is not, O night, alack, 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 I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot, and thou, O wall, O sweet and lovely wall that stands between her father's ground and mine, O wall, O sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink through which to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall, Jove shield thee well for this. But what I see? No Thisbe do I see, O wicked wall through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me!
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, indeed, sir, he should not, for deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now! I must hide her through the wall. I pray you, in the full path as I told you.
O wall, full often hast thou heard my moans, for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My teary lips have often kissed thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe!
My love thou art, my love I think.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou, if it is too, meet me straightway?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I, wall, my part did start so, and being done, thus wall away doth go.
Is the mural down between the two neighbors?
No remedy, my lord, when walls are so willful to be here without warning.
This is the silliest stuff ever I heard.
You ladies, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when lions rough and wildest rage doth roar, and know that I once snuggled the joiner and the lion's gum, now no lion's dim. For if I should come into this place as a lion in stress, 'twere pity on my life.
It is a gentle beast of a good conscience.
The very best beast, my lord, that e'er I saw.
This lantern that the horn moon presents, I am in
He should have worn the horns on his head.
this lantern that the horn moon presents, I the man in the moon who seems to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put in the lanthorn. How else is it the man I'm the moon?
Proceed, moon.
All I have to say is that this lantern is the moon, I the man in the moon who seem to be. This thorn was my thorn, this dog my dog.
Why, all of these things should be in the lanthorn, for all of these are in the moon. But silence! Here comes Thisbe.
Here's old Ninny's tomb. Where is my love?
Roar!
Well roared, lion.
Well shown thee. Truly the moon shines through. Good bird.
I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. I thank thee for thy sunny beams, for by thy gracious gold and glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe's sight. But stay, oh spite, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? Oh, dainty duck! Oh, dear! Her mantle good? What? Stained with blood? Approach, ye furies fell! Come, cut thread and thrum, coil, crush, conclude, and
death of a dear friend would make a man look sad.
Wherefore nature didst thou lion's frame, for it hath lion hair that hath deflowered my dear, who is, no, who was the fairest dame that lived, that liked, that loved, that looked with cheer. Come tears, confound, out sword, and wound the path of Pyramus. Aye, the left path, where the heart doth hop. And thus. Now I am dead, now I am fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now, die.
With the help of a surgeon, he might yet recover.
What chance Moonshine has gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover?
She is to find her by starlight, and here she comes. Her passion will end the play.
Methinks she should not lose such a long one for such fairness. I hope she will be brief.
Asleep, my love? What? Dead? My dove! Oh, Pyramus, arise! Speak! Quite dumb? Dead. A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These, my lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks, are gone. Lovers may moan, his eyes were green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come to me, with hands as pale as milk, lay them in gore, since you have shorn with shears a thread of silk. Tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword, come, blade, my breast imbrue. And farewell, friends. Thus Thisbe ends. Adieu.
Lion and Moonshine are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and wall too.
No, the wall is down that parted their fathers. But would it please you to enter the epilogue, or to see a bergamask dance between two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you. For your play needs no excuse, never excuse. For when the players are all dead, there needs none to be blamed. So come your bergamask and let your epilogue alone. The iron tongue of midnight doth strike 12. Lovers, to bed! 'Tis almost fairy time.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon. Now the wasted brands do glow, and the screech owl, screeching loud, puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now it is the time of night, that the graves all gaping wide, every one lets forth his sprite in the churchway paths to glide. And we fairies that do run from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream, now our frolic, not a mouse, shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through the house give glimmering light. By the dead and drowsy fire, every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar. And this ditty, after me, sing and dance it trippingly.
First rehearse your song by rote, to each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace, will we sing and bless this place.
Now until the break of day, through the house each fairy stray. And so shall all the couples three, ever true in loving be. And the blots of nature's hand shall not in their issue stand. With this field do consecrate, every fairy take his gate, and through every chamber bless the palace with sweet peace, and the owner of it blessed ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay, meet me all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme, no more yielding than a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest puck, if I have unearned luck, thus to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, else the puck a liar call. So, good night unto you all. Give me your hands, if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.